And we're live. We're episode 50-something.
Oh, I lost
It's like
track.
59, something. We're almost at 60, maybe.
It's an old show.
But this is old format.
Yep.
Old format. This is the first time it's the first time all four of us have been on at the same time.
Yeah.
So I've been waiting to do like a
live show?
A live show where we go through and we're able to talk to each other.
I know. I really miss like having the live shows where we were all healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joanna is out. She is out today because she is sick, but she would have been here otherwise.
Yeah.
But hopefully she
instead,
gets better before this weekend.
Yeah, hopefully as well. But instead, what we've done is we multiplied Kayla into two different people. And we have Matt and Michelle here with us today. You might know Michelle from Pokemon Pod. You might know Matt from Level Up. If you don't know them from those two shows,
Yeah, we're watching the show.
at all, because those are awesome little segments.
They are.
Speaking of which, like, how did did you guys give away like the Pikachu cards yet or no?
We haven't yet. We had to do another shout out for the contest because we only had one entry. So we thought that we only had entries on that. Yeah, so we're going to do it again next week when we're back to the regular format again. Or whatever format we're doing next week. We'll start it again.
I kind of like doing this. It was a little tough. We weren't actually able to do it in the studio today.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But since Royale's out there, he's moving to DC, and kind of stuff is up in the air. But we'll see what who's going to start filming us over there.
Yeah.
But, we're here at Geekdom, at the new Geekdom, at the Rand.
Yeah.
It's different. I like it.
Yeah, this is our first time. It's really nice. Yeah.
Really pretty.
Yeah.
There's a giant hole to my left, your right, and there's just nothing there. Just as a giant skylight, and this building is about like over 100 years old or
Something like that. Yeah, it's old.
It was originally before Weston Urban bought this building, was owned by Frost Bank, which just so happens to have a skyscraper next door.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be vacating all that, going into their own like giant like USAA type campus somewhere out there in the nether region of San Antonio.
I heard that we're gonna build a bar up on the roof.
Oh, I really hope so.
That would be cool. Like if we do it again, we'll go out and drink, have some vodka or some tequila.
There you go.
That'd be awesome. Game night. Drunk.
It's just called Drunk Night from now on.
There you go.
Like Matt was saying, Drunk Out SA.
Drunk Out SA.
They're right for us.
Oh, also, what we're bringing back right now is Chitango. So if y'all remember, it's geekoutsa.chitango.com. That's geekoutsa.chatango.com. Yep. And it might be up there somewhere, maybe up there, not yet. Eventually. So it is there now, so you can see it right down there.
Right here?
See, a little bit lower?
Am I touching?
Down there? Was there penetration? No?
In the O? Chitango? Alright, so, moving on.
So I posted something on Facebook.
I know. There's been a lot of hee-haw about that one.
Yeah, there was a lot.
For lack of a better term.
It was about Thor becoming a female in the comic books, not in the movie, and not necessarily replacing the actual person that is Thor.
Yeah, it's not.
Supposedly he's being like exiled from what I've heard. Yeah, it's kind of a weird backstory. Obviously, we'll probably learn more once the actual comic book comes out. It comes out in November, I think, October, one or two. I forget, but it comes out here in the next month or so. But I don't know. Thor is a woman. Like, I get that we should have strong female characters. I understand that totally, but we already do. Like the Birds of Prey characters, freaking awesome. Oracle, even in a wheelchair, she's so badass.
That's DC.
Well, sure, I know that. Well, I know, but still.
Marvel female characters, there's Phoenix, Jubilee, Storm.
Yeah, the Storm is freaking awesome, though.
But Thor is really popular.
Well, yeah, because of all the movies, but
I can totally agree with Michelle. I see her point on this one because DC has a lot of like the female version of characters.
Yeah.
I mean, DC doesn't really have any highlighted lead female characters out there that are household names.
Yeah.
I mean, on the top of your head, how many Marvel superheroes that are female can you name? Name 5 of them.
Yeah, pretty much all that Michelle named.
It's probably all the ones in the X-Men.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they're basically the X-Men. And even them are always having sex with some male lead characters, so that's why they're always though.
I mean, there's
someone that wears the white, like, spandex and a cape.
I think that's
like Miss Avenger or something like that, or
not Miss Marvel.
Adventure. Or...
I think you're thinking of generic female superhero.
That's not really descriptive in the white coat. I don't know.
Cosplays all the time for this. I've never followed the character, but I think it's Marvel.
The only thing I can think of is Miss Marvel that would look anything like that at all.
But there's also Spider-Woman that looks nothing like that, but she's there.
Yeah.
And she's like telekinetic powers, I think, as well.
Something like that, yeah. Oh, speaking of, I'm excited for that.
But that's DC.
No, it's not.
No.
Yeah.
Marvel.
Oh, yeah. She-Hulk.
Marvel's on.
Oh my god.
She-Hulk.
You just got out.
Don't air that part.
Yeah. We're at the end of this part out. But you were saying?
No, oh crap, what was I saying? Oh no, the new comic book with where Gwen Stacy's gonna be Spider-Woman. It's stuff like that I think is interesting.
That is kind of cool.
Where it's not so much gender bender as it is totally different direction. Right. Like Thor is Thor is a god. He's a male god. Like, gender bender has its place, I get that, but Thor as a female just seems
gender bending has its place in cosplay.
Yeah.
I don't think it has its place in the story per se.
Yeah.
Because it says, it reads right there on his hammer that whichever man
will have the power of
he will have the power
of Thor. And Marvel already was like, oh, we need to update that and change it. So
now there must be a translation, though.
There might be like Green Lantern's ring, like anybody could wear it as long as you have the right stuff.
Yeah, as long as you have the will. I think that's how things work. I don't know about that.
But for the long, I think they even posted on Facebook.
Fucking DC is sorry, Marvel fans. Sorry.
Even on Facebook, I think Thomas was saying that at first that was supposed to change, and whichever man held the hammer, it was supposed to go to. But then they made that a static character for so long because they like Thor so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I don't get is you take a likable character and you kind of just like throw them off in the distance and throw in a female just for female power. Like I said, I understand we need more female characters. I get the reason, but just taking an established character who we know is male, we've always had as male, and then just basically getting rid of him for whatever reason they decide they want to get rid of him, and then throw the hammer into a woman's hands. I don't know, it seems to me like it's just like a push for, oh yeah, Marvel loves women and power. And, well, true.
Power Girl.
That's who it is. You're right.
Power Girl.
Thank you.
I can't believe we didn't know that.
I know. I was like, how can I remember who that was?
Generic superhero Power 49. But, to Michelle's point, I mean, I think it's less about... We don't know the story. We don't know the backstory of this specific character. And, they can do something really interesting with it. I think it has less to do with gender and more of a reimagining of what the role of Thor is and who holds that hammer. I think we're putting too much focus on the fact that she has a vagina, as opposed to the fact that this is actually going to be a fully fledged, interesting character, which people might really enjoy, and they might really enjoy reading about. Because that's the point, right? We want more people to enjoy these characters, and if we have Thor be exiled, what's the relationship between Thor and this new Thor, the holder of the hammer? Can anyone pronounce the name of the hammer, by the way?
It's
Bjorn?
Something like that, just Bjorn.
Bjorn.
Not a sponsor of our show.
And there's like an O and an R and a J in there, or maybe an I or something.
I don't know. Like next to each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should give back our geek cards because we don't know how to say Thor's hammers.
Whoa.
DC over here. Whoa.
And y'all know,
Oh yeah,
of course, I'm
over
DC.
here.
I'm Image. I'm like the man out. I'm Spawn, baby. Come on.
It's all about Jesus. Jesus is my superhero.
Well, in this day and time, it's more. It's a lot of the independents have been getting a lot of independent comic bookmakers have been doing well.
Oh yeah, Kaboom has blown up with Adventure Time.
I see what he did there. Yeah,
Boom.
Kaboom is blowing up.
Yeah. No, it's Kaboom that does it. Unless I'm wrong. Yeah, they do. I thought it was Kaboom. Alright, maybe they're doing pretty comic book and they do Vegan Puppy Cat and Adventure
Now
Time.
when you start, here come the what?
I know. Oh,
Yeah.
so.
And then
Do it.
the Gold Rush guys too. I don't know what their name is, but they do Gold Digger. That's been going on forever. They're based out of Austin.
Kanye West song, anybody?
Yeah. Not affiliated with Kanye West. But I know, I'm like, I don't know, I've always been weird because I grew up loving Spawn, so I've always been a huge Image fan. But Marvel and DC doesn't, like, Amazing Spider-Man is such a badass. But, like, Spawn is just too cool. Like, I can't get over how.
But what drew you to Spawn? Was it necessarily the comics or was it Todd McFarlane?
Well, that's true. I guess it was more Todd McFarlane, and then it's his art. I like that dark style of comic. Like, I picked up the Guardians of the Galaxy #1 the other day.
How is it?
I hated it. And I'll explain why. Guardians of the Galaxy to me, and I could be wrong, because this is the first time I've ever read it. I just picked it up to try it out to see how it was. It took this very serious, like, realistic tone, and it was very boring, kind of like your basic cookie-cutter art style. I just really like it. And I also picked up Rocket Raccoon #1, which was awesome. It's this cartoony, kind of, almost Calvin and Hobbes kind of as cartoon style, and that seems to fit more with that world than the more serious tone did. So for me, that was art more than anything, and art's a big draw, especially when you're doing comic books.
Yeah.
Because anybody can write a good story for the most part. I mean, obviously not everybody, but most people can at least draw up a decent story and get somebody to read it. But your art is in line with the story. Because I'll tell you, I don't even remember the story of Guardians of the Galaxy because the art was just so off-putting. But the art for like Spawn and everything Tommy Collins does is just so dark and interesting. You could write crap story and I would still read his comics just because the art is so badass. Like, I can't get over how cool that art is.
I have to kind of like second that point. I mean, when you read Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, like the art is so much in sync with the story.
Yeah.
I mean, he controls all of the panels, and he has like 9 or 12 panels per page. And he really controls the pacing throughout.
No. I was just checking if we were on, and we're on.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to a total point, like it's good story is one thing, but good story with great art because comic books are a very visual experience.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you see the story, you really see the dialogue and what people are saying with their inner dialogue, or maybe some sort of narrator depending on the story. But it's the art that really takes you from page to page.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm totally with you on that one.
And maybe, like I said, maybe this new Thor that's going to be a little bit, maybe the art style will be good, and maybe the story will be good, and then I'll be happy. My biggest fear in this case is that they're just throwing a woman into it just to throw a woman in.
I think that's what they're doing.
That's what my fear is, honestly. And I don't know the writer, so I can't.
But the thing is, when they go off of a character like that and they switch up the character doesn't last for that long because people don't like that character because they're used to the original.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it could be done well, like I said. And if it is, then I'll be happy to see another strong female role. But if it's done poorly, then what was the point of throwing a girl with a hammer into the comic books if it's gonna suck? You know what I mean? Well, who knows? And I hope I'm wrong. I hope that they are actually gonna take care into this and do good art and make a good story.
Maybe it'll just be a short run and then he'll come back and then it'll be a good story enough to just fill up a short amount of time and then, okay, I'm promoted.
Back to where I was.
Give me my hammer back.
Give my damn hammer back.
Now here's another question.
Okay.
Why couldn't Thor be a Puerto Rican man? Why does Thor have to be a white dude all the time?
Because it's Norse
it's fucking
mythology.
What, Puerto Ricans are everywhere? Let's not touch that one. I'm like, man, my Puerto Rican brothers don't really have a superhero, except for Miles Morales, who's the new Spider-Man.
I don't know. Look it up. How many Puerto Ricans?
Yeah, he was.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's another weird one. The whole Camaro and everything instead of his bike. I haven't been reading that one just because of fear for the Camaro.
I mean, it's still
I mean, yeah. They keep making issues, so somebody's got to be reading it.
Well, maybe it's good. Have you?
I haven't read it yet. No.
I haven't read it. I know people that have picked it up,
Yeah.
and they had a problem with the Camaro.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, what if Superman landed in Puerto Rico instead of, like...
It just sounds really racist because we have like a racist accent or something. It's bad.
So they do the whole, like, the red sun thing. Why can't it be the Boricua sun? Anyway, moving right along. Let's not
It's always going to be about the air with you.
I just so happen to be Puerto Rican. Moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about something else. Vince.
Yes. No, let's not do that. Let's keep talking about this because I haven't done my segue yet.
Oh, okay. This is what I've missed because, like, in the other format, he doesn't get to do segues.
No,
His segues are right? Awesome.
And we were talking about Hulk earlier, right?
Yeah, there you go. We're calling Hulk.
And we talked about She-Hulk. But did you hear that they might have the Hulkbuster Iron Man suit in the next Avengers movie?
Which would mean that Iron Man would be fighting against the Hulk?
Yeah, that comes to the question: why is he fighting against the Hulk?
Wait, but okay, so in the next Marvel movie, what we're really thinking about is the enemy. It's gonna be Age of Ultron, right?
Yeah,
Ultron,
yeah.
yeah.
Ultron.
So what is Ultron? Ultron's just a robot,
Ultron's
right?
just a robot. He's just like a super badass robot. And, like every time he gets destroyed, he like rebuilds himself and
Yeah.
becomes even stronger.
Yeah, he's
It's
like
like
a
what
Saiyan.
Brainiac. Yeah, kind of, sort of.
I think Brainiac built Ultron. I don't remember. I was kind of like.
Brainiac is DC.
Oh yeah, Brainiac's DC. You're right.
You got
I am disappointed.
Hey, what am I wearing here? Why would I know that?
All I know is Spawn. I'm sorry. I am
I'm
disappointed.
disappointed.
I hate my life.
It's like the clown, yeah. Ew.
Well, you know how the X-Men go through and they have to like train against holograms and stuff like that? They're thinking that maybe how you going to train the Hulk unless you're like something that's going to kick his ass?
Putting Hulk in a hollow
This
deck's
huge,
probably not-
big ass Iron Man suit.
Well, because I was thinking, like, well, there's Thor, but Thor's always busy, like, going back and forth between...
Thor still gets his ass kicked by the Hulk.
Well, that's because he was holding back, though. Like, I think he was. Because,
Well, I mean,
like,
I'm sure he wasn't the shit. I mean, he had to have been.
I know, 'cause if they weren't, then it would be...
Yeah, I would have been that.
But who else in the Avengers could actually match the strength and the intensity of the Hulk?
Hawkeye.
Definitely.
Hawkeye is the best.
Just a Bob Duck.
So let me just go ahead and switch arrows really quickly.
Hold on, Hulk.
Oh, you see, the Hulkbuster.
Yeah, I mean.
Hey, the Hulk sneeze. The Hulk's.
Yeah, well, there's also a lot of
I mean,
Yeah. there's a lot of Avengers that are there for short periods of time too. Because the Avengers, the lineup has changed so many freaking times. So they have a huge pool of heroes actually they can pull from to bring into the Avengers universe. But how many they're actually going to pull in is the question.
Yeah.
Well, who's going to pull out, if you want to say?
Was it
Well, that-
penetration?
Well, that
Pull it
brings
out.
the question. I heard that supposedly there's something going on with 3 because the 2 writers that were writing it, they like broke up like a little couple or something when they're in high school. They got in a little tip or something. I don't know. If that
Sounds like you really feel.
I'm not friends with you anymore. I'm done with you. And like now
This is high school again.
But there's a lot of good things that are supposed to be coming out of the Marvel universe. I mean, Sinister Six Dude,
Oh, yeah, they're
yes.
talking about a Venom.
And a Venom movie?
Mhm.
I'm more interested in, I mean, I did like the first Avengers movie, and I care about the second Avengers movie coming out, but I'm more interested in the Venom movie.
I don't really follow Venom all that much. I did read some stuff where he was fighting against Spider-Man, but Venom does like good sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Venom hates Spider-Man, but like he doesn't like to hurt civilians or do anything. Like he helps a lot, unless Spider-Man is involved. He's fucking hates Spider-Man so much. I actually just bought the Amazing Spider-Man 300, which I usually see it for like $200, $300, and I saw it for $65, and I had to. But fuck, even giving the man my credit card, I was like, no.
Damn,
This is gonna hurt. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited
You've
about
got
those.
to pay. You've got to
Oh
pay.
shit, especially for those old. But if I get Stanley to sign it at LC Comic Con, holy shit!
Oh,
That'd
because
be-
Stan Lee is going to be at Alamo City Comic Con.
Yes.
And so are we.
We are going to be at Alamo City Comic Con.
We're gonna have a huge ass booth there.
It's going to be 5x5. Glorious 5x5 foot. Sorry, I meant meter.
Well, it's 10 by 20. It's 200 feet.
Damn.
200 square feet.
200 feet of just
Like, damn.
Good news, everyone.
Yeah, dude, Stanley.
I'm gonna get pennies and then just put them on the floor and roll around them naked. I'm rich, bitches.
I'm rich.
Pennies.
Oh my.
That'll be on Wednesday when nobody's there yet. You know, do it while people are actually.
Hopefully we'll get to interview them
Dude, that
And
would
some-
be amazing.
That would be pretty
and some
sweet.
other people. So
Yeah, hopefully we get to interview a lot of people.
yeah, there's a lot of awesome people that are gonna be there. I don't know what, if anything, we're gonna be doing for Wizard World.
Are we going to be going out to that?
I applied for press pass.
Yeah.
But I need to get all of y'all to apply for a press pass. It has to be per person.
Oh, really?
Or something
What
like
about Pat South? This ticket's already gone.
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's not even anything for press
No?
to submit to yet.
Well, we just announced it.
Yeah, they just announced those 2 day
Yeah.
passes. They were gone, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still day passes, but.
We'll see what we can do for PAX out. I don't know if we can do as big because they're not from here.
Yeah, they're not. But I mean,
What-
they're gonna want the support from here
Yeah.
because they're gonna want that local support. Like, because what really brings you back is local support.
Speaking of local support,
Like.
what's happening this weekend, peeps?
Oh shit! The segue into San Japan. Okay.
Oh, you stole my segue.
I know.
Shit.
Yeah, that's segues.
I know. Did you feel it? Did you feel that
The
segue?
intensity in here.
All
Yeah,
right.
San Japan.
San Japan.
No, Ego Raptor.
Yeah, this is what there hasn't been Eagle Raptor for like
I know.
2
I'm like,
years.
what the fuck, Ego Raptor? Why you don't want to come back?
Why did you come last year?
He canceled. He got sick last year. Is what he was. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not.
Since it's what is this 8th year?
Yeah, dude.
This is the 8th year that it's been here in
That's-
San Antonio.
And yeah, it's 8.
Isn't it
Or is it?
Samurai 7?
No.
It is the
Last year was-
seventh samurai,
I
yeah.
believe it's Samurai 7.
Oh shit.
I mean, unless they do the first one, then.
It's san-japan.org. So we'll look that up. We'll find out exactly what it is and see. So it's we're 7 years.
All right. Well, still shit. Talk about a con that has blown up here in San Antonio.
Well,
Because I mean, we used to
comparatively to Alamo City Comic Con.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, but okay, it's not.
But-
It's an anime con.
But before Alamo City Comic Con, that was the biggest con here in San
Oh,
Antonio.
yeah, easily.
And I mean, it was like the con to go to here in San Antonio.
Yeah. Well,
So yeah, no. It's I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do there. We're actually going to be there, and we'll have a booth there as well.
Yeah, so if you want to come meet us, feel free. Go to san-japan.org, check us out. There'll be anime versions of us. In fact, we'll have like giant eyes. We'll all be thin with swords, and we'll be like moving backgrounds behind us. We're like, I'm going to
Yeah, we're gonna have like we're gonna do all this plastic surgery so we look fitter, so people don't give a shit. We'll just play fat characters.
There you go.
I totally like your rhyme, by the way.
Come out on the Attack on Titan thing. And
Well, we can't afford to do that.
I know because that sounds a
If you've never seen it or heard of it before, San Japan is an anime convention. You're able to go through and actually see like anime porn like 24/7 there. You're able to watch anime there.
no, they have
24/7, and they like card you to get in there.
Yeah,
Nande.
we went last year. It's horrifying.
You saw that last year?
Or not last year, the year before. I'm sorry, I lied.
It was like this one. It's probably just.
Bye, Felicia. I'm just kidding.
And they have like special names for like because they'll have like heterosexual.
Oh yeah, they look
Yeah,
And they have the
Yeah,
homosexual ones.
Oh, excuse the fuck out of me.
Damn.
You just got
I'm sick.
It's not even like San Japan yet, man.
I know. Fuck. I'm like, I can't even make it San Japan. You're gonna take my Geek away before I get there. I'll only be there on Sunday. So if you want to see me, I go on Sunday.
They just want to see you do like a level up thing. Just like play with the joystick and then see how hot you are.
I'll stare
You have to
at
have stain come off that finger
I
that you
know.
touch your ass.
Not freeze.
I'm actually gonna. We need to set up. We're actually gonna do we're gonna do an audition for like cosplayers, and we're still gonna start finishing out our cosplay contest.
Yeah.
So if you want to come and show us, and we'll take some photos of you or video of you. Well, that sounds kind of creepy.
This sounds totally creepy, man.
But you can have $500.
Just come to our back office.
It's come to the back office. And no.
And
Behind
show
the curtain,
Vincio
we
cosplay.
won't be there. I'm married. But yeah, no, $500 you can win it, and it's going to be going on until Alamo City Comic Con. And at Alamo City Comic Con is when we're going to announce the winner. I think we're going to narrow it down to 3, and then we'll announce it at Alamo City Comic Con, and whoever, and hopefully that person will be there, and we'll give them. If not,
If not, we'll just keep it.
they'll just pay for it. They can pay to get in, and then we'll give them $500. But yeah, no, that'd be cool.
I'm pretty excited because San Japan's my first convention ever.
Really?
I've never been to a nerd convention here in San Antonio or anywhere.
And I invited them to America, and you never went.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about NerdCon. We got Nerd Con. Oh,
I was busy.
You're busy.
for every single one. There's a ton.
Well,
Speaking of Capital City Comic Con.
Yeah, you did go to that. How was
I
that?
forgot. Oh yeah, that's where I got that expensive ass comic.
Because Kayla went there. Did you see
Yeah.
Kayla there?
She saw Kayla, but I must have missed her. Oh, you saw Julia. I'm sorry.
Julia.
I must have missed her when we were walking by. But Capital City Comic Con was actually really good. They had a lot of vendors. We only went Friday, so I guess we can't really say because I'm sure there would have been more people on Saturday.
They were super efficient.
Yeah.
You walk in and they take tickets, deals like there, not like.
Yeah, it was just boom, boom, boom. We were in. We stayed there for 3 or 4 hours because there was a lot of stuff to look through. Lots and lots. We didn't check out too many of the guests, but they had like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They had Power Rangers. So some of you guys are actually going to be here for obviously Comic Con too. But it was really good. And then we went while we were there to this comic shop that we really like. What is Austin Books and Comics? They actually just built a new store and Sidekick shop, and they had comic books for $1. But if you bought more than 100, they were 50 cents a piece. So we spent $150 on comics there. So yeah, we had an expensive weekend in Austin, that's for sure. But yeah, Capital City Comic Con was really good. There wasn't too many people, but like I said, it's because we were there on Friday, so people were at work, and because we went earlier in the day, like in the afternoon.
Yeah.
We mostly went to the
Yeah. We were interested in the comics. We got our comics and picked out because we had spent too much money. We were broke. So we had to go back.
But at least y'all read your comics when you buy them.
Yeah, that's true. She's almost done with Teen Titans. Almost. She's so close. Yeah. And you can buy number 2 for 50 cents. It's in beat up condition, but still 50 cents. So you can't be beat up.
I don't like paying for number 2. It's disgusting. What's wrong with you, Michelle?
Speaking of paying for number 2,
Oh, God.
I'm just kidding.
I just so about to segue about that.
We're not segueing to number 2, though. Let's avoid that at all.
Speaking of paying for it, I just went. No.
Cochino. No, we were talking about PAX, and they did that Dick Wolf thing.
Yeah. Not a big fan of that. Do you guys remember what the story was behind that?
Vaguely. I know that it was like some kind of rape story or something like that, and they got a lot of flack for it. But
So,
I don't know exactly.
this was the comic, the response to the letter they had sent. Like, we recently made a comic strip where an imaginary person was raped imaginarily by a mythological creature whose every limb was an erect phallus. And so, what they were trying to say was, if you read that and you became a rapist yourself, stop it. But that was trying to generate the idea that it's just ridiculous that you put those two things together.
Yeah.
And so at PAX Prime, a lot of people were thinking about leaving, like a lot of guests and showgirls just want to leave because they didn't want to be a part of that whole rape culture thing.
Right.
Rape culture thing.
Yeah, I was like,
I should
maybe
probably.
different word.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is. It's rape culture. And so they also had T-shirts of the Dick Wolves, but those got pulled because of people were just raving about it. They hated it. They didn't like it. But one of the guys, I think his last name is Kahulik. I think he's the artist of Penny Arcade. He still wore it because he just doesn't like the idea of people freaking out over something that's not what they intended.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it comes down to censorship again. And, well, you shouldn't have it. Oh, well, they talk about rape in books all the time.
Yeah, that's
Game
true.
of Thrones happens a lot.
Shit, yeah, I was gonna say.
Because I think we talked about this when it first came out. I think it was before you were on. Back in the day.
Yeah, most likely.
And, I mean, it wasn't... I didn't take offense to it. I thought it was... it was definitely in poor taste.
Well, yeah.
But it was nothing that... the majority of people are going to stop going to PAX just because of that.
Yeah, I mean, you can... Testament is all the tickets sold out. So it's not going to...
If anything, they got more publicity out of that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's why they did it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's good publicity.
They know that shock value is publicity, regardless of shock value. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody is going... Well, I'm sure there are sick fucks that are going around saying, but most people are going around saying, rape is cool, rape is okay. They made this story, they thought it was funny, it made them laugh. So, I understand to an extent, like, especially if you're a victim of something like that, you'd see that and you're like, okay, this is fucked up. Well, yes, it is fucked up, but if you've been a victim of that or you don't like that, don't read stuff like that. Know to stay away from certain aspects of, like I said, it's in books, it's in comics, it's in movies.
I mean, people play that stuff in tabletop RPGs all the time.
Yeah.
There's always rape in there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not always.
Not always,
There's a lot. A lot of them.
Your rape is in culture. It just is. It's a terrible, terrible thing, but sometimes, like in...
Are you trying to say that rape happens?
That is fucked up, but basically...
That's pretty messed up. I think we'll just knock over this.
But, like...
Oh.
Shit happens.
Shit happens.
Well, yeah, because it's natural.
Yeah.
In this case, I think the reason it's kind of done, though, is it didn't have anything to do with the story that I know of. So, like in Game of Thrones, it's a part of the story. Like, people know that that's going to be happening. And the girl with the dragon tattoo, that's happening. Something that happens in movies and books.
Spoiler alert, jeez.
Damn it.
If you haven't seen
I
that
saw
movie,
that
it's
already.
fucking 20 years old, okay? So, too bad.
It's like the other movie, Irreversible, with Monica Bellucci. Like, that was like a big scene in it where she's getting raped in like some clubhouse or something, and the whole movie is her getting revenge for it.
Yeah.
I mean...
So in that sense, it makes sense as part of the story. In this case, they just threw it out there because just to throw it out there. That's what to me makes it like you're just kind of being a dick. Like it's so fucked up to say. It has its place. It does. There are certain aspects where it makes sense in books, comics, movies, whatever. But to do it just to do it. I'm so sorry. Sometimes it's okay. Like, but yeah.
Shit, I don't want to be associated with that.
Like, fuck.
But no, I don't. I mean, stuff happens. I mean, obviously, some people did take it as a joke. And if people just take it as something that's just a joke, then that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at
they're giving it more power.
Yeah, by talking about
they're empowering what happened by talking about it. Just don't talk about it if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's going to be people who have had very traumatic experiences that enjoy this medium, and when they see stuff that rape is just being used as a joke, like for them, it's not. It's something that's and like in here, like I'm looking at this comic, and as a man, I would just look at this like, okay, like what they were trying to do was, what's the worst thing that could happen to these people? And then on the reverse side, you have like the hero who's like doing a regular old MMO quest. Like, I only have to free 5 people, right, to complete the quest. The guy's like, well, but hey, don't make this weird. Like, I have to go do other things. So it just makes it sound like the hero in MMOs doesn't really care. That was the joke, right? But they use something that for people they take very, very seriously.
Yeah.
It's an incredibly touchy subject. It's a third rail. It's like politics. You don't touch Social Security. You never touch Social Security because it's going to upset a lot of different people because it affects so many people. The same thing with this, and for a lot of people, you're just perpetuating where it's like it's okay to talk about this in such a joking and lighthearted way, and it's not. Something like this should not be perpetuated, and so people can take it to that point. And I think that's what people are mostly talking about. Is it okay to joke about these things in such a way that can be seen as offensive, or you're pushing the boundary, I think.
Yeah, but then where do you draw the line?
The
censorship. Do we have to censor ourselves to the point where we're not pissing off people around us? If I go to a restaurant and eat a steak, it might piss off the vegetarian next to me, but I don't have to give a shit. So do they have to give a shit because they pissed off people because of this comic? No, I don't think so.
I think so.
We shouldn't censor ourselves just because we're going to piss somebody off. Everything we do is going to piss somebody off. Every fucking thing we do is going to piss somebody off. So where do we draw the line of, is it fucked up to talk about rape? Absolutely. It's totally fucked up. It should not be something that we talk about. But it is absolutely their right to talk about it. There's no censorship that says that they are not allowed to talk about it.
We're in America.
No, I mean, you're right. There is no place that says that they cannot talk about it, but their audience says that they don't like to read it. And if you're a content creator and your audience is telling you don't talk about these things, it would be a good idea not to talk about those things.
But is that affecting them?
Yeah.
But is that affecting them? As in attendance?
Have they lost? I mean, I'm sure they lost some fans, but have they really lost attendance or anything like that? I mean, yeah, people were talking about it there for a long time, and it might have affected them there for a while, but like I said, as we've seen, they sold out within a couple of hours. I mean,
But I really think that the people, like, not everybody, but some of the people who got mad at the comic probably never heard of it before. And then when
Yeah.
they said, we're not going to go, it was like,
okay, you were
You're
never
not going in the first place.
especially when you explain, people are like, look at this character, look at that, look at who did this. So then other people are saying, like, hey, I never heard of that, but I'm not going to go.
No, not going. Person who's never been before. Yeah, I know. It's just such a fun. Where we stop and say, okay, I can't piss people off anymore, but everything you do, no matter what it is that you do. Robin being a girl piss people off. Fawn changing from black to white piss people off. Everything you do. No, I'm going to. But you do it just because it pisses people off.
Welcome back to the show.
I was about to say you. But I don't know. And it is such a fine line. I agree. Would I ever write about rape? Fuck no. Hell no, I wouldn't write about that. It's not something that I would personally want to talk about or have in my content or anything like that.
But if it makes sense in the story.
If it makes sense in the story, yes. Like I said in Game of Thrones, or spoiler alert, in the girl with the dragon tattoo. When it makes sense, I understand. But should you throw it out for no reason? No, I don't think so. But I'm not making money off of that cartoon. I don't get to say. I'm not here to tell you can't write that because it upsets me. That's not the world we live in. The world, well, it's not here in the States. We live in a capitalist world where I'm going to pay you for that comic because I think it's funny, but I'm not going to
lost. We here in America think we have a lot more freedom and we've started getting less and less of it as we've gone through the years. Oh, you can't say this. Oh, you can't say that. Or you're going to get slapped with the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Or you get killed in the purge.
No, that's a bad idea.
Yeah,
That's a bad idea.
But let's
I like the concept of the new movie about somebody's going to be out there and like right wrongs. But I don't like the aspect of people are, oh yeah, you have a open kill whoever you want, rape whoever you want, it doesn't matter.
Did you have to bring back the R word? Did you have to bring it back?
Well, you know what's going to happen.
Oh my god, why? Oh, we've lost all one viewer.
I'm not saying it's right.
Well, speaking of what's right or wrong, Apple and IBM are about to join forces to take on the Enterprise.
The segue, dude, you keep stealing them.
Well, I didn't know I was going to even bring up this one. Well, here, I'm going to go over in Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex.
But he's Puerto Rican.
And there's no way to work around that. But I did realize the other day that since I am Puerto Rican Colombian, PRC, the People's Republic of China, I married a Chinese woman. And whenever we have kids, they'll also be PRCs, Puerto Rican Chinese. It all fits within the same amount of letters. Speaking of IBM, moving right along. I guess that was what's moving me. If you guys think it's cool, hit me up on the chat. No one's hitting me up on the chat. Alright, so IBM and Apple. This is really interesting because IBM and Apple haven't always been buddies. They've always been butting heads. IBM has been pushing more towards, enterprise and business. That's their bread and butter, right? They build servers, they build all sorts of types of computers. What does Apple do? They build consumer-grade hardware and consumer-grade electronics. iPads, iPhones, Macs. The only thing that's really enterprise-grade is the Mac Pro. That's mostly for creative work. Working with video, 4K resolutions type things. So to have Apple form a partnership with IBM, that only means that Apple's trying to get further into the enterprise, into big business. Now, if you've ever been to an Apple store and you see people wearing black polos, those guys are part of something called the business team. What the business team is trying to do is find people who own small businesses in the Apple store and sell stuff directly to them, and to form relationships between the company and their small businesses. That hasn't been very successful because you don't see a lot of Macs in the workplace these days.
Yeah. But because they're just
they are very expensive. To ignore the fact that I have one here. This is my developer computer. But as you say, most people don't develop on Macs. Most people develop on
Windows or Linux.
And even here I have the Linux virtual machine running my computer. So I'm interested to see where this is going. Now, every year, Apple computers are being the price is going down by $100. We're not going to be able to see if that's going to be a decent MacBook Air, 8 gigs of RAM, 512 solid-state drive for less than $1,000. We're not going to be able to see that. Even if there's like a Retina display, MacBook Air, we're not going to see that sub $1,000. But really good Windows laptops, like a Yoga from, it's not Lenovo, it's I think it's IBM as well. The IBM ThinkPad.
It's no, it's Lenovo.
It's Lenovo?
It used to be IBM.
Yeah, it used to be IBM.
Used to be IBM.
Yeah, you're right. They have like the Yoga where it's just like it flips all the way, so you have a tablet and you also have a computer at the same time. Those cost, less than $1,500, between $1,200 and $1,500. So if you want like a fully fledged, like lots of different features in a computer, you go Windows. If you want OS 10, you go Mac, and that's basically it. I mean, you don't really have that much choice. Hacintoshes are so cool. They're cool.
We got to get together and build one.
Yeah, we totally should. Just with that.
Do that.
We can build one sub $600.
Yeah.
But it won't have like a decent GPU. So, I mean, I love GPUs. I'm currently running a GTX 780 in my rig. Mm-hmm. Nothing slows that thing down. Nothing. Anyway, so I'm really interested to see what.
And which runs what operating system?
Windows 7.
Yeah, there you go.
Which I need to upgrade to Windows 8 at some point because
people don't use Macs for gaming.
No.
No, they really don't.
Well, they can. It's just not as. It doesn't make as much for it.
Exactly.
In the gaming world.
I think it's the reason why it sucks. So we have this Retina display MacBook Pro here, right? 15 inches. The resolution is pretty high, right? Now, the GPU that's running it is a 750M from NVIDIA. The 750M is an incredibly underpowered version of the 750. That even the 750 does not play games at full resolutions and lots of details and environmental and particle effects. You can't do it. It does okay. They put that in here. And basically, you can look at your desktop and run videos and whatnot, but you can't play games on here. I was so disappointed when I saw the frame rates of StarCraft 2 drop under 17. After a while, once you build a couple of builders, it becomes a slideshow at the highest settings. You don't play StarCraft to watch a slideshow. Like, all of a sudden, you have an army here, and then...
Who else plays StarCraft anymore?
Are you...
Other people.
I fucking love StarCraft. We should do Let's Plays of StarCraft.
I'm down. I want to actually, speaking of, I'm going to be on the Twitch a lot more. I'm playing Diablo 3 right now, but I want to expand. Next I'm going to play Guacamelee, the Championship Edition, which is freaking awesome game, so make sure you catch me on the Twitch.
How do you... I've seen you do that when you post that. I always miss when you do it live.
Yeah.
But then once you go back to that link, it just takes you to a place where it's like no live, like on your phone.
Yeah, when you click on the link on the Facebook, if I'm not live, you click on it, it'll just say offline.
Yeah.
But you can click off, and I'm kind of new to Twitch, so I don't know where everything is. But like off to the side, there's something that says past broadcasts, and you can click on that and watch the old broadcast. But I want to just rip them off of Twitch and put them on YouTube eventually, because that would make it a lot easier. And I've learned how to do that, so we can do that here pretty soon.
Sweet.
And just watch it. You can either watch it live. When I do it on the Xbox, you can't see us as well, because we just use the Kinect as a camera. When I use the actual computer, it looks a lot better because you can actually see our face. But I'll be doing a lot more of that, because I've been wanting to do more of the stream and stuff. It's fun. I like to play. And I would like to have a lot of people in the chat to talk to, because that'll make it even more interesting.
Yeah.
I'd love to play like a Batman.
She is not allowed to play like a Batman. Like, I've never seen anybody so angry at video games before over fucking Legos.
It's fun though. It's fun.
It's fun to get angry.
I was at like 82% completion, and the game on Steam is easy, buddy. So I was like playing it with glitches, but I got past it. And there's one part, and I just...
Yeah, you literally can't do it on the PC. The port they did for the first Lego Batman was really crappy. They didn't do a very good job. So there's one part you literally can't do. So she can't get 100% of the game. And
I'm at like 82.5%.
she's so pissed off about that stuff.
Like,
just because she can't reach that because of that port. So that is some of the problem with that. Also, doing on the computer is the ports can sometimes be bad, but most of the newer stuff they don't have issues like that. Just because they pay a lot of attention to how the ports are.
I do want to ask, like, what games are you guys currently playing? So you're playing Lego Batman. What else are you playing? Lego Batman 2?
I'm always playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always playing Pokemon. I'm playing Diablo 3 right now. Waiting for 2.0 to come live. Right now it's just in public testing, which is okay, but I don't want to put all that work into public testing for me to lose my character, so I haven't been playing Diablo 3 as much, but I'm going to be playing Guacamelee if you're starting soon. Oh yeah, and I've been playing Valiant Hearts, which I haven't beat yet. I have a review written up, so we'll get to that eventually.
Did you cry?
I did a lot, actually. Fucking Valiant Hearts. Well, I put up on Twitch.
It's supposed to be really sad.
I put up on Twitch as there will be tears.
There will be tears.
It's fucking sad, but I won't
I know.
But it's a really, yeah, I like that game a lot, but hopefully moving on to playing as much stuff as possible. Especially after the Steam sale, I have so many games.
God, yeah.
I bought like
All the Lego.
I bought like 15 or 16 games during the Steam sale. And I have like 70 games on Steam.
I need to build a new computer.
Do it.
Totally do it.
But talking about building a new computer, no, I don't need a new laptop. Talking about building a new computer, I'm not going to replace my laptop yet. I built something for app recently.
Really? Oh, that's right. You
Yes.
built the calculator.
I built a calculator for app.
Where can they find it?
They can find it at on Facebook. I need to like post. I posted it on Facebook at Feature Games Facebook. So go check that out. You can access it there or access it on your phone. I'm going to make it to where you when you scan the QR code on the box, you'll be able. It'll take you right there to the. When you have nothing to drink. But yeah, you can just like add and subtract the different percentages.
Cool. Yeah, it makes it totally much easier to play apps.
And you can do it on the phone too and everything, right?
Yeah.
It's got mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
So
running on
everybody's sitting at the table
JavaScript.
cheating.
The
It's
what?
nothing to anybody. I'm like, yeah, it's running on JavaScript in the browser, and like 5 people get that.
It's pinchagames.com/appcalc.html.
You couldn't find a better name for it, could you? You could just do calculator.
No. It's an app calculator.
It's too fucking long.
I
It's
gotcha.
AppCalc.
App calc.
Actually,
I've done like 8
speaking of calc, you played the latest Metal Gear Solid, right?
Yeah, I played it.
How'd you like it?
I loved it.
I need to get into that. Tell me about Kiefer Sutherland's voice. Did that throw you off as the voice of Big Boss?
I'll admit that it did throw me off. I still like
It wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
wasn't
It
that
wasn't
bad.
as bad as I thought it was going to be. I mean, somebody always loved David Hayter, but
Yeah.
but Sutherland did a good job. He sounded convincing.
Mm-hmm.
The
It's the raspy voice that he kind of got.
Yeah. That's his voice.
The only complaint with this one is it's real short. There's actually speedruns online where you can beat it in 7 minutes, which is fucking awesome. So watch it again. But there's a lot to it. There's a lot of like side missions and things you can do too. So it's worth the buy, but just don't expect like a full blown game yet. This is really more of like a hey Metal Gear fans, you know I've been playing it this way for years. Well, too fucking bad. We're gonna play it this way now. But it's fun. I like the direction they're going.
It's a little different. Yeah.
You're as a Metal Gear fan, and I'm sure they let you out there. It's more linear, but this one is not linear whatsoever. They just kind of throw you in. You're like, and you have to figure out how to go. It is.
It's kind of the same thing they did with like Gran Turismo.
Gran
Turismo.
The racing game? Oh, okay.
Racing game.
Okay, good. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know if Gran Turismo did an open world.
It can steal cars and kill people.
Gran Turismo! They're like, no. But they released a version before the...
Yeah. Okay, yes.
That's
I was like, what the fuck? I've never seen a Gran Turismo open world game. It's a weird game. It's like Burnout Paradise. That game fucking sucks. It's open world, but you're in a car the whole time. You're just kind of like...
Yeah.
It's like,
the games that I can't do are first person. I cannot do those anymore.
I love them.
Ever since Max Payne.
Max Payne was third person.
Yeah.
No, you can first person.
Yeah.
I guess you could. I played Max Payne 3. That was a kind of a cool experience.
How was it? I bought it, but it was like $2 on Steam, so I was like,
it was good. I really enjoyed it. For me, they take too long to get to the ending.
Oh, really?
And for a lot of it, it was just you just like, all right, and slow motion, and I hope you take out everybody. And there are some like really cool parts, and it's like incredibly graphic and violent. Which
Oh
is
yeah,
what you
that's
want.
Max Payne.
Yeah,
Talking about graphic and violent,
here we go.
we'll be there at San Japan this weekend, being graphic and violent. No, we're not going to be graphic and violent.
Okay,
Maybe
yeah.
graphic, but not violent.
He just tried to steal the segue back to San Diego.
Like, here we go. Oh my!
Coming down to the end
Oh, that's right.
of the thing, so we kind of want to wrap it up and let you check stuff out. Hopefully, you get to see us and come hang out with us and come play some games with us. We'll see if we can set up some video games there, and we can see if we can set up some tabletop games.
Kissing
there, too.
booth.
Yeah, kissing booth. Because
Yeah, kiss her.
you can kiss
Can't kiss.
Matt's butt.
There you go.
Kiss
Kiss my
fingers.
ass.
These are our fans.
Hey, well, some people might like that.
Wait, whatever you're into.
I mean, there's like 5 people that might be in San Antonio.
And that's $5 more.
And that's
than I have
fine.
before.
Yeah.
Thanks, fans.
I can buy
Only
it.
$1? That's all you're worth?
I'm kind of cheap.
Speaking of cheap, thanks for listening. I'm just kidding.
But definitely, if you have not yet, like us on Facebook. Please follow us on Twitter. We're on Pinterest. We're on Instagram.
Tumblr.
We're on
Twitch.
all of that. Twitch. YouTube.
We're gonna be updating the YouTube. I swear, I'm gonna make them update the fucking YouTube. It's been way too long, so I'm gonna update. Subscribe to us.
Well, this is the first one.
There you go.
We moved back.
I know. Are we gonna keep it though? Stay
Find out
tuned.
next
Find out.
We need to keep it.
Geek Out SA.
GeekOutSA.com and YouTube.com.
/ Geek Out SA.
That's Geek Out SA.
.net.
PinchGames.com. So check out the calculator too. If you haven't liked Pinch Games yet, like us on Facebook.
Where's my drink?
Oh. And me and my crew will be running the app there with the new prototype expansion. So if you haven't checked that out yet, you should check it out. And we have people over here checking us out. What's up?
Creeper.
But yeah, no, check us out over there. It's going to be a great time at San Japan. We're going to have a lot of fun, and hope to see you there. I even printed out had a banner done.
I thought you had the banner.
I'll show you.
Yeah, I was talking about that. Yeah, cool.
So we can all check that out, and I don't know, it's gonna be fun.
It'll be a great time.
Again, if you haven't submitted there, we can take your submission at San Japan. We'll take a picture of you and we'll post it up there and get all your information and whatnot. If you are thinking about maybe becoming a guest on Geek Out SA, go ahead and come down and go to San Japan and see us there, and we'll see if we can get you on as a guest.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Come and cosplay. It'll be awesome.
Cosplay as yourself. It'll be cool.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm wearing
Just
shit.
cosplay and be yourself. When you talk to us, don't be in character.
Yeah.
That's not like a fucking back to school skit. Cosplay, just be yourself.
And be yourself. Because that's positive thinking.
I don't know what to do with this.
So thanks a lot for checking us out.
Thanks
We'll
for
see
hanging there,
you.
people.
We'll see you next week. If not this weekend.
Yep.
I'm Vince.
I am Omar.
Matt.
Geek Out SA.
Bye.
Bye.
I love the banter back and forth.